We are coming to you live from Nerd HQ at Petco Park, and we are right now with the very lovely Evangeline Lilly.
Yes. Yes.
What a pleasure to have you here, and a fellow Canadian. Nice to see you at Comic-Con.
Thank you. I'm excited to be back. This is my second time in all of my years ever, working on Lost of being here. I was here for the first season prior to the launch of Lost, like before it even aired. I was
here,
and everyone was going crazy over it. And now I'm back prior to the launch of my first children's storybook.
Isn't that interesting? And also The Hobbit coming back to theaters. It's almost like before big projects, you happen to make it to Comic-Con.
Exactly, prior to the Hobbit launching, in theaters. So
You only do big projects, right? That's it. You only do big things.
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna put that out into the universe because that means that this is gonna be a big thing.
Yes.
It's called the Squirker Wonker. I had to read this because it's so say it.
No, he said it perfectly.
The Squicker Wonkers. Let's get it right.
He's got it.
Is
The
this
Squicker
a word in the
Wonker.
dictionary? Is this a dictionary word that I should be knowing about?
No, this is a brand new
Here, I want to hold it up.
Evangeline Lilly word.
I don't know if we can show the cover.
I'm
The
not
cover
being
is
very a good
beautiful.
promotional.
Here, we'll let you hold it because the
I'll
cover is
hold
gorgeous.
it.
The
I'll
art
be
is
the
awesome.
Vanna White. The art is by Johnny Fraser Allen, and he is a conceptual designer at Weta Workshop. For all of you Comic-Con geeks, I probably don't have to explain what that is. For the rest of the world, those are the people who create Peter Jackson's films. So he's an incredibly talented guy, and the book was conceived of when I was 14 years old.
Oh, really?
Wow, so like a week ago. She's very young. She's very young.
And my mom has been saying ever since, when are you going to publish the Squicker Wonkers? And
Awesome.
I finally have done it.
So tell us about what this is about and like the stories in this book and what inspired all of it.
This is the first book in a series of children's graphic storybooks. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not well versed in the graphic world, but I don't know if this has ever been done before, where it's actually a graphic series designed for children, like young children. And it's dark and it's spooky, and it's a morality tale, and it's about this family, the Squicker Wonkers, and their strange outcasts who all have very particular vices. So in every one of the Squicker Wonker books, we will explore a new Squicker Wonker character and their vice, and how their vice generally leads to their undoing.
So is this going to become a new, huge global franchise? Like your books, movies, merch? Like, are you going all out?
He only does big projects. That's it.
Remember it. Sing it.
Action
Believe it.
figures.
New J.K. Rowling?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you heard it here first. You're like, bring it on. Put out the energy out there.
Exactly. Believe it and it'll come to you.
We have to talk to the live audience that's here in front of us.
If we
as
have a
well.
mic, I'm open to having audience ask some questions.
We have an extra hand.
If you want to come here, you're welcome.
I will run out there.
If you have a question, put up your hand.
Producer's
"Oh, man, I
getting
wanna
on
hurt
it.
her."
He was like, well,
Why don't
I
you come
wanted
here?
her
Why
to
don't
come to me.
Come here. Come
She
here.
wants a hug.
Get up here.
I'm
Get
lonely
up
in
here.
my big
He's
project.
getting on.
Sit in my chair. Come sit in my chair.
Do you want to sit next to her?
I'll go sit next to your friends
Okay, where do I look?
at Evangeline's face.
Okay.
Look at me.
First,
Look at me.
Can you say the name of the book to me again? Because I forgot.
I would love to. It's the Squicker Wonker.
Okay, the Squicker Wonkers. This is amazing. The Squicker Wonkers. Down the road, are we going to see maybe an animated movie?
I have it on good authority that if the funding were available, the head of Weta Workshop, Richard Taylor, would love to turn this into an animated.
Oh.
Wow.
Would you do Kickstarter, do you think?
Ooh.
Can you raise 30 million?
Exactly. Exactly. The first thing that has to happen before any of that can occur is this book has to be a success when it first comes out.
I should probably read it then first.
You probably should
That's a
read
good
it. Would you like to read it?
I was actually
oh my God. I don't want to interrupt
actually going to
that.
get you to read one of your favorite verses.
Oh, hello, little ones. Hello. Welcome to Evangeline's Reading Circle.
Yes.
Today our book is The Squicker Wonkers. Can everybody say it with me?
Very Squicker.
We got it.
All right, I'm going to read you an appropriate and delightful verse in my book. And it starts like this. Come on to the stage.
Oh, everyone come onto the stage.
Come on to the stage. Don't be afraid. Meet my motley crew. They may have their vices, but those are life's spices, and I suspect so do you. Children and adults alike are going to adore this book, and the messages are for all of us. I think there's so many messages that are laced within this book that I really wholeheartedly believe in.
Yeah.
And I think one of them is to love yourself with your vices and love other people not in spite of their vices, but because of them. Because they're what make life colorful, and they're what make us all individually beautiful.
I like that message.
I love that
How about
message.
that? And Peter Jackson wrote the introduction, right? The foreword?
Yeah, the foreword is written by Peter Jackson, Fran Walsh, and Philippa Boyens, who were the creators of Lord of the Rings film trilogy and the Hobbit film trilogy.
I've heard of it.
Who became my amazing writing mentors while I was working on the film, and have just fallen in love with the book along with me, which was an incredible honor, as I'm sure you can all imagine.
Is there any of the Hobbit like in this? Like, because when you're, I feel like in an environment and you're working on something like this, and you have to be inspired, like having been part of Lost and the Hobbit, such incredible, fandom projects.
Yeah.
How does that inspire your work?
Well, like I said, when I was younger, I wasn't a Comic-Con geek.
Yeah.
And now that I've been so widely exposed to them with the projects that I happen to have chosen to do as an actor, it's like they start to suck you into the vortex. It's like a black hole, and then you start to think like Comic-Con people, and you start to realize that there's this really cool niche that is doing something that the rest of the world is like kind of unaware of. And in a strange way, when I was making this book, I was making it for you guys, because I thought they held the bar like this high for what they expect content to bring them. And a lot of the times the rest of content in mass media can sometimes pander to like a sort of lower common denominator.
Yeah.
And I just love that here there's a really high bar, and I hope I have reached that bar. I've aspired to that bar. And if I have, then we'll know it, because I'll be back next year with book number 2.
Yeah. Give it up, Evangeline Lilly,
Yeah.
Comic-Con.